Hey guys, it's Jules and welcome back to Flirting with Meaning. Today we're going to be answering the questions that you guys left for me to answer. I just have to pull them up. We're back filming in the car again because last time I tried filming it was 1 degree outside, 1 degree Fahrenheit that is. Today it is a crisp 23 degrees outside. It's a crisp 23 degrees, so we outside today. Okay, so I have the questions here. How old are you? I was 27. I just turned 28. You talk about your job sometimes, but where do you actually work? Starbucks. Starbucks. Did you have luck getting back into online dating? No. No, I didn't. No. Next question. I'm just kidding. No, I did get back into the online dating, but did I have luck? Define luck. Define luck. What's your politics? My politics is very simple, and it's that we could probably get a lot of things done. We could probably accomplish a lot of things to improve the country, but half of these politicians treat this like a theater, and they only care about their image, their own financial gain, their inside trading on both sides. So, my politics is that I'm losing faith in the people that we're electing because I just think it's infiltrated with a bunch of narcissists. What's the worst situationship/relationship breakup you've ever had? Worst relationship breakup, I would probably say the first boyfriend that I had. Things were going so well. He bought me a gift for Valentine's Day, and it was to a concert. And literally the day before the concert, he called me and he was like, "Hey, can we talk?" And I was like, "Oh my God, he's going to tell me he loves me for the first time." And then he broke up with me over the phone and then went out with his friends after. That was pretty rough. Yeah, that one stung a bit. I'm not gonna lie. There was also a guy that I was seeing in Korea for a little bit, and I went back to America and I texted him when I got back and he blocked my number. My texts didn't even go through on iMessage. And I had to do the thing where you like download the app and get the free number. And I was like, texting him from a bunch of different numbers, being like, what happened? Like, what did I do? I don't understand. I was like, Pearl, I was like, what did you say? Why did you change? And this went on for months. Like, I was texting him from different numbers. I was like, why did you ghost me? Like, that is so fake. Like, you are so fake. You're such a coward. Like, just use your words. Then he sent me a message and was like, oh yeah, we could meet if you come back to Korea. So me being a dumbass, I was like, oh, say less. I booked a flight to Korea. The day before my flight, he said, actually, I'm seeing somebody else now and we can't meet. So I booked a flight to see him. And then he canceled on me. I still like went to, yeah, I didn't see him. And funnily enough, on my flight back to America after like 3 months of being in Korea, because of that situation, he messaged me the day I get back and said, actually, we broke up, we could meet now. I was like, that's insane. He didn't even know how long I was going to stay, when I was coming back. And I just thought that was really interesting. The universe works in mysterious ways. Okay, next question. Favorite Golden Age Hollywood actresses and actors? When I watch a film from the golden age of Hollywood, I often notice the way that they're speaking. It's so dramatic. It's so unnatural. And it's interesting to compare it to the way that actors talk in films these days, where it's like more realistic because, the cameras have changed. The lenses has changed. The color grading has changed. The vibes have changed, so it's like you can understand the movie in a different way without it having to be so theatrical and so dramatic. So overall, I just find like the golden age of Hollywood really interesting because it just seems like such a different world. I mean, it was a different world. You could actually afford things. Anyway, before I get into that, favorite golden age Hollywood actresses and actors, I am just so amazed at how glamorous they look when I see pictures of them. Like the way that they are groomed. Genuinely, every woman was so beautiful. Specifically, male actors though, probably Paul Newman, was that his name? The Newman guy. And then James Dean. I like to look at pretty things, I'll say that. Do you have a favorite movie? I would say every time I actually sit down and watch like a full movie, I'm always so moved by it and it becomes my favorite movie for like the next 6 months until I find another new movie. I would say the most recent movie that I've really liked was Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was a really good one. And not that that was a recent movie, but I did really enjoy that movie, and that's definitely high up on my list. So I will say that is probably the answer I would go with for now. It's subject to change, though. Do you have a favorite singer? Singer? I would say yes. I really like Gracie Abrams right now. I really like her songwriting. I really like her style of voice. I think she's so beautiful. I think she's stunning. Oh my gosh, such a natural beauty. Are you joking? She's definitely probably one of my favorites right now. What's your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby, I've been getting back into writing. I really like to write. I'm working on a screenplay right now. I don't consider that a job, even though you can get paid for it. I just genuinely enjoy it. So I've been doing that. I'm getting back into photography and photo editing and color grading because I'm about to graduate soon and I want to brush up on those skills, but I just genuinely enjoy that kind of stuff. Do I have a pet? Yeah, I have two pets. I have an Italian Greyhound and I have a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. I have two little dogs and they're so cute. What place in the world do you most want to visit? Place in the world that I want to visit most? Copenhagen is where I'm probably going to go next. Copenhagen, Korea, or Japan is probably where I'm going to go next. But if I had like a dream place to go, it's probably going to be Greece or like Cyprus, one of those places, just because I find it really interesting. And I've never been anywhere like those places before. So I'd probably say Cyprus or Greece. If you could be any animal on earth, what would it be? If I could be an animal, it would probably be the one that people treat the best. So I would say a dog because I'm not trying to struggle. And I feel so bad for the animals that struggle out in the weather, especially in this weather with the snow and everything. If the whole ground is ice, you can't even sit on the ground. The deer, I feel so bad for the deer. I'd probably say dog just because I'd be able to live like a relatively good life. Luckily, I know some dogs don't get treated well, but most of the time they do, so I would have to go with dog. Do I like video games? I like video games depending on the game. If it's one that I could play with other people, I like it a lot, but if it's one that's only single player, I get bored really easily because there's no stimulation of like other people talking to me. Like Fortnite, my sister's always begging me like, can you hop on Fortnite? That I like to do because we could talk to each other and it's like so fun. Do I have a favorite comfort food? I'm always down for a good chicken pot pie or beef stew. American food wise, those are probably my favorite comfort foods. Actually, no. Chili. Chili's up there. Chili with rice. Do you have a favorite season? Yeah, well, every season except for the winter. I like every season except for winter. What quality do you most admire in other people? I really admire people's work ethic. That's something I really admire in people because, I mean, let's be honest, life really sucks sometimes. We don't want to work, but people who are motivated to get up and do a good job and like work for a better life really inspire me and motivate me because it's so easy to just give up and give in to the system, but people who really try to fight through that and live a good life, I really take a lot of inspiration and motivation from them. If I could meet a historical person who's no longer alive, who would it be? Okay, I will say this till the day that I die. Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin. He is one of the most amazing human beings I think have ever existed in the entire world. Steve Irwin, like 100% no doubt. What an amazing person. He went too soon. I'll never get over that. I was 8 years old when he died, but I'll never get over that. Please talk about maintaining true human values in this irritating digital dystopia. So in the climate of the irritating digital dystopia, I would say maintaining true human values is involving what the human values to me actually are, which is empathy, rationalization, observation, optimism, but also pessimism, but also taking that offline as well. And I think offline, to me, true human values are all those things, but also the things that make you feel more grounded and more in your physical body. Like when you're outside and you can smell the rain or you could smell the air and you remember memories that you made when the air smelled like that. Like, for example, if I go outside on a cold winter night and I breathe in, I remember the way the air smelled when I was a kid at my grandparents' house and I was about to go home for the night and it was winter and I smelled the air and it smelled the same way. And I'm like, this is what it means to be a human, is to have memories and feel so alive and feel physically present in my physical body. Because, when you're online scrolling a lot, yeah, that does it for me a lot of the times. I love to do that genuinely, but sometimes I lose myself a bit and I just need to feel like grounded again. Maintaining that in this digital dystopia, it's definitely harder, especially when there's a lot of people trying to tell you how to think and like what to feel. But the way that I maintain it, at least, is taking a step back and just observing. Like, I won't involve myself unless I'm fully observant of the whole situation first. And I'm just like, maybe I'm judging a little bit. Maybe that's what the term is, but I'm just like looking from the side and I'm like interpreting everything. Like, would I think the same way if I was watching this in person? Would I feel the same way about this video of this person saying this insane thing if that person was saying it to me in person? Like, that kind of thing. The biggest difference, and I learned this at a class, the biggest difference between humans and animals is humans can rationalize things. They have the ability to rationalize. So if you remember that difference, then you'll be like, okay, rationalization. That is how I can maintain this true human value. And yeah, just staying true to yourself and those are like my values, what I believe in, but your own values. Like, as I said before, if someone is online, think about if they were in person in front of you, the way that you would interact with them. Those are your values, and you just have to translate it the same way on the screen. That might have been a really bad answer. I don't know. I think those are all the questions. Those were really good questions, and I hope I answered them well. I hope I answered all of them. I think I did. My brain's been kind of scattered lately. Let me know what you guys want to hear about next for next week's video as well. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you have a good rest of the week. I hope you're staying warm in this weather. If you're where there is still a lot of snow. There's still definitely a lot of snow that hasn't melted, and it's not looking like it's going to warm up anytime soon, but it's okay. It's just a season. We're hibernating. We're in hibernation mode, remember? It's okay because we're in hibernation mode. If the only difference between humans and animals is that humans can rationalize, why are animals the ones that are doing the thing that makes sense, which is moving slower in the winter, not pushing yourself to do as much as, people are pressured to do? We're hibernating. So, yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you guys again next week. Until then, keep flirting with meaning.